would you please turn on the light? Thank you. So, and thank you so much, that was wonderful. And Dr. Eileen is traveling, and Dottie's ill, and Janet has to go, and
Sorry.
so, woohoo!
I'm sorry, I have to go. I really want to.
So all the cats are away, so, and thank you everyone for coming. So we're gonna have announcements, and I have a couple of announcements to start with. Is that, you know, next Sunday is Easter, Happy Palm Sunday. Palm Sunday. And so it's, and Dr. Eileen's gonna be doing the service on Sunday. And we're going to be doing an Easter egg hunt, so bring your child self and any other children you happen to have. And for the Easter egg hunt. And then we're going to have a brunch. So, bring food. I'll do the chili relleno bake and maybe something else, but at least the chili relleno bake. But we need a ham or whatever. I don't know. What do we have for Easter? Eggs. Yeah. So we can.
Salad.
And a salad.
Salads are good,
Salads are good.
especially potato salad and that kind of thing goes well with ham.
Right on. Okay. So let's. Anybody want to do a ham? Okay, I'll do the ham. Oh, you'll do.
Well,
it?
we'll
I can do
do
it now.
whatever. Whatever's left over, we'll do it.
Okay. Okay. So we can talk about it. I mean, we have a week. Okay. All right. So then, and then I'm going to let, in a moment, I'm going to let Joyce talk about what she's going to talk about, because she's going to be doing a workshop at the end of this month. Woo! Yay! We get Joyce back. Now, on the 15th, which is next Saturday, we need volunteers to help color eggs. Okay. So and it just so happens that next Saturday is a very full day. So we're putting, it's from 12:30 to 2:30, and then we have to get it cleaned up. So because Gloria's going to be, where is she? Yeah, there she is going to be doing a class that I'm sure she'll talk about. And so we have to be, all the fun has, all of the egg fun has to be cleaned up so that the chakra fun can start in the class that she's going to be doing. And then you'll see in the program it says, help, volunteers needed. Again, we need volunteers. And this is because we're getting a new carpet.
Yay!
Yay, yeah. So on the next day, right after Easter, so on April 17th, between 10 in the morning and 3, we're asking for volunteers. Please come and help us bring now, Dr. Eileen's not going to move her office. She's not going to have her office redone because all her stuff is too heavy. So it's going to be Dottie's office, April's office, Laura's office, Gloria's office, and
yours?
Library.
no, I'm not going to do mine because it's not that dirty. And it's just a lot of stuff on the floor. That's kind of built in. So, and it's and the community room, and the hallway, of course, and the
Foyer.
yeah. So all those have to be cleared off. Wednesday they're going to bring in the carpet. So then Thursday we have to take everything back out again. So everything's going to come in here. And so we sure would appreciate help, because it would cost $800 if we had them do it, and that was at the bargain price. So we'll serve you lunch. Pizza or sandwiches or something. And so thank you so much in advance for volunteering. And then at headquarters on Winchester Boulevard, Reverend Deidre is going to be from Canada. She's going to be Skyping in. And I've heard very good things about this, her quantum breathing, that it's, you know, people have said that they've never gone so deeply into meditation. You know, that, so it's, I don't know how many people can Skype in, but I know that we'll have it at Skype, on Skype at the office. So, yeah, at UCM. So please consider attending that. And then of course we have, Todd is coming up, and you have a whole flyer on that. Reverend Beck is back on the saddle again. And Then, the HIV, retreat is going to be, the 28th. It's Friday the 28th.
Can I?
She's got Friday the 28th, Saturday the 28th, it must be the 28th.
Yeah.
Can I talk about the retreat?
Please do.
Yes, please.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
For those of you that have never heard of the HIV retreat, the Reverend Dottie Boone and the Reverend Corky Whitaker Boone gives the HIV community this place once every quarter. And what that does is it gives people with HIV and people who are affected by HIV, not only people with HIV and AIDS, but their caregivers, a space to come together and talk about different things that affect the HIV community. The reason that I'm telling you this is because if you know someone who have, people in the HIV community does a lot of things. One of the things that they do is that when the person finds out that they're HIV positive, they shut themselves away from the world. And they say, well, if I'm going to die, I'm going to die alone. What the community, what this retreat does is show them that you don't have to die, that you can live with HIV and you can live with AIDS. And so this retreat comes to so the newly found person with HIV can come and say, well, you know, there's other people living with this, and communicating with them and giving them a way to communicate with each other and find out that even though we're different people, we're more alike than we are different. So if you know somebody that's walking in those shoes, please let them know about the retreat. It's absolutely free. It doesn't cost anything. I will say that again. It's absolutely free. It doesn't cost anything but your time and your love. So I just wanted to share that with you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's more than just a support group. We don't sit around and say, oh me, oh my, I've got AIDS. What am I going to do? What we do is we have fun. There's healing. There's answers to questions that come up in the HIV community, and gives people with HIV a voice.
Yeah. You'll find fellowship.
And you'll find fellowship and music and laughter. I'm going to be there sharing as much love as I can.
And food.
And food. This is one of my babies. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, so please, if you know somebody who is suffering from HIV or AIDS, and caretakers, you know, and Janet, you know, says it's pretty much open to just about anybody. If you know somebody, because everybody in this, everybody's
Family
kind of,
members, friends.
yeah, everybody's kind of affected by it.
Yeah.
Okay, so, and then there's going to be a yoga workshop. Is there going to be a yoga workshop on the 29th?
The Saturday, the 29th, the last Saturday in April.
Right.
And I was amazed that we were not cutting the carpet and all that, because those workshops are really, people really love them. You come in, morning time, we do stretches of yoga, some breathing, some easy, anyone can do, you've done it. Anyone can sit on a chair and just do the chair options for everything. So we stretch, we have, prepare the body, prepare the mind, and then I cook for you what can be Ayurvedic foods that go with the lesson that I am giving. Like we were talking about a spring cleanse, and I prepared this spring coleslaw. And typically I'll give you the recipes. But I find it works really well that I cook the food, because the group stays together, and we don't, go places to eat, etc. So we kind of think, we keep learning, this is for that herb is for this, I put this herb in this one, I put that herb in that. So it's a continuous process. Lunch is part of the lesson. And then in the 1 to 3, we do a talk on certain aspects of the Ayurveda. I found that this time I'm probably going to have to go over some of the basics, because we haven't done it for a while. And so then we'll do some basics, but then I want to make the focus herbs that are good for your brain health. Two of the big parts of your health, your stomach, which we already treated, we already talked about. The next one in importance in Ayurveda really is your brain. And for many people, you know, that's actually the first one. Your brain goes, you know, even if your everything else is doing fine, you know, you just become a vegetable, right? You have to stop having a living. So how can we support ourselves to keep that brain health? This is going to be kind of the bigger topic. Now I have to cover some of the basics too. Okay, so that's going to be 29.
Yes, this is, it's in your program. But, you know, later in the month, I don't have much description, but that's
You
what's going on.
don't have a fee.
Oh, the fee is always, you know, it's always what you can afford, of
Love
course.
donation, okay.
We do $15 for either of the two sessions. You can come to the morning or the afternoon only. $15 will include your lunch. So you come for the afternoon, you can come in at 1 o'clock, whatever, 12:30, have lunch with us and stay for the afternoon. You come only for the morning, you stay for your lunch, then you can go home. Or 25 for both sessions. So you're here all day doing the whole thing. Essentially, you're helping a little bit towards the lunch, and then help out, you know, to cover the expenses of setting these things up. So
Yeah, and it's
hopefully you
wonderful.
can do it.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Mm.
Please consider doing it. And then on the 6th, the first weekend in May is the UCM conference here. And so Friday night they'll be doing a prayer to open the conference. And then on Saturday they'll be having the meeting. And we'll be doing Reverend Jalusich will have a talk. And then we are ordaining 4 ministers, 4 reverends and 5 ministers.
Wow.
Yeah, so, and you know a lot of them, and some of them you don't know at all. We're all meeting them for the first time. So, well not, I mean, like we have a guy from Monterey, Mr. Hoff, Wayne Hoff, and then we have a lady that's coming, Linda Pringle, who's coming from Folsom, and her credentials, I mean, both of those people are like, their credentials are like this big. And I'm looking forward to meeting them both. And then people who have been coming from our church are going to be ordained and certified. So y'all come and support them. that should be, the certification and ordination should be like around 3. You know, if you don't want to stay for the meeting and all that stuff. But you know, what happens in UCM does kind of affect us because we're a charter. You know, that's like our big governing body. Okay, so there's going to be a silent auction. If you have something you would like to put in the silent auction, everyone's welcome to donate. You're always welcome to donate services or goodies that you would like to put in there. And there's going to be advertising too. So if you want to advertise something that you're part of, you can make 50 of them, and we'll put them in bags. Reverend April's in charge of that. So, you know, we have stuff going on. And so, Dean, you had something that you wanted to say.
Yeah. So, hi, I'm Dean. I am the resident permanent grad student. I come here all the time. It's great. I am working in a team with some of the people in my cohort. We're working with Nissan Research Laboratories, and our project is about navigating the streets in relation to cars. Our focus is on people who use mobility aids, so a white cane, a wheelchair, a walker, prosthetic, a guide dog. If you or anyone you know uses those things and would like to take part in a short interview and a short shadowing on how you get around, come talk to me or send them my way. If you can't catch me before I leave today, then Corky has my email and my phone number.
I'll be happy to give it to anybody.
Tell your friends.
Help you along here. So if you know somebody, you know that maybe that wouldn't be the case for yourself, but if you know somebody who might help, might, could help, because this is, they're asking for our input so that they can make the future better for all of us. So,
We need 12 interviews by April 27th.
okay, all righty. So is there anybody else who would like to, is there anybody else who would like to make an announcement? Going once? Oh,
I would.
Joyce.
Hello. Hey,
Hey, Joyce.
good morning, everyone.
Morning.
It's always fun to stand up here. You know why?
Why?
I can see all of your faces, and you can't hide anything.
Hallelujah, sister.
Yeah. I knew it. You were behind me. See?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's move this around a bit. I got a little angle on her.
There you go.
On April 30th, I will be doing a class called Whose Dreams Are You Dreaming? For years, as more years than I can remember, well actually I can, but I try not to, I have dreamed dreams that have come true. And in my family, we've had them simultaneously. And I was real little when it started. And I've spoken to many friends, clients, casual groups, and they talk about their dreams. And they want to know what on earth is this about, because they're realizing that what they're dreaming, we call it dreaming, is happening. And the key with all of it is how not to be afraid, or to give it too much significance that you don't do anything about it. I can't do anything. That's the most overwhelming experience. Some things you cannot stop. I could not stop my mother's death, my father's death, my niece's death, that kind of stuff. That was in the plan. But there are some things you can prevent, but you have to not be afraid. So we're going to offer a class, going to talk about that, give you some ideas about what you can do, how you can develop yourself, how you can get into your dreams without being afraid of them, and how to know the difference between that you really are having a soul experience, S-O-U-L, that one, that you are having an experience that is coming out of your mind and soul working together, because they do. They can be mischievous, but they can also be very intriguing. But how to use the material you get and unravel it in your day-to-day experience. Because sometimes our dreams will come to teach you something or to remind you of something that you keep pushing aside. So when you face up to it and start to look at some things, you realize your life becomes a lot easier. So it's not about fear, but it is about understanding and gaining wisdom and knowledge. And so I like dreams. I have them all the time. I don't always wake up and they're there. Sometimes a little glimpse, a little piece. But just remember, whatever it is, if it's a word, it's an image, you say, I heard a bird, something happened, there was a drum, write it down. It has meaning, because you're walking down the street and you hear the drums. You go over and there is something happening there that causes you to have an experience or to remember something that is important. So things connect. So I just want to let you know that. Well, I'm done. I got all cranked up.
So what is your sermon going to be about?
I have no idea.
No, that's what the workshop's going to be about.
That's the workshop. What I would like to do is to do a sermon based on your story in life. Because I talk a lot about my dad, because he was a great influence in my life, and through his stories. They taught me a lot, and I still am learning from them. But we all have stories, and we can all tell stories. We can create a story that will unfold for us something that we actually want, as opposed to doing the same story all the time and getting the same thing and asking the question, why is this happening to me? I would say because you're telling the same story. You have to learn how to change your story. This is not like Once Upon a Time. I didn't know there was Once Upon a Time story till I came to California.
Lola.
I only had daddy stories. And daddy stories were seriously real stories to me. This Once Upon a Time thing, I could never understand it. So what I want to say to you is this: learning how to tell a story that is real, that unfolds something in your life, creative, writing, healing, family, love, feeling good about you, it all can be in your story. Okay? And so I'm going to do that, talk about that, have a lot of fun with it. It'll be good.
Yay, so write that up and send it to me.
Oh, no, really?
We'll hold you to it.
Did you not take that? Well, thank you. That's a whole nother story.
There you go. I'm proud to provide you with stories. Chris.
Yeah, so I've been given too much time to think about this, so now I've made a story up about this. So this is Palm Sunday when we reach out and we help people. It's also Easter time or Ostertime, renewal, baby bunnies, bags, and if you want to take that a little further, we get resurrection, okay? You should not have let me just stand in the back for a while.
Uh-oh.
So a couple weeks ago I mentioned that there was a little dog who got hit by a car. He's doing well. He's been removed from the rescue center. He's at a vet, doing well, recovering, still needs a home. So this is a good time for this little tiny male Chihuahua. If anybody has room in their home, their heart, to take on a recovering male Chihuahua who's got a second life, let me know, because they're still looking for a place. He's not in danger, and so that's the good news. And all fees will be covered by the guy who rescued him, and you'll have food, adoption fees, and all that. So come see me if you have any place where we can move this little guy along.
Thank you. Thank you.